All right, that's good. Hi there, and welcome to another episode of 401 Pop Culture, where real people talk about really everything. I'm Justin, and tonight I'm going to watch for the first time a reaction to the new Alien Romulus trailer. I am a huge Alien fan. Aliens. I feel like I should let people know. I am also a big fan of Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I know that they are very divisive entries. I don't think I've actually done any real Alien episodes on this channel, and I have wanted to for a while, but I 100% plan on going to see Alien Romulus. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the Alien movies, but I feel like, I should let people know that I'm a fan of Prometheus and Covenant, because if I'm going to watch somebody's reaction or a review on this new one, watch a reaction to the new Alien movie, I also am going to want to know if they are a fan of Prometheus or Covenant. Obviously, they are divisive entries. People either loved them or hated them. I thought they were horrific. And I'm dimly aware of some of the things about this one. Like, I know that it's going to take place between the original Alien and Aliens. I think I have heard that there are very subtle references to the Prometheus Covenant timeline, which would take place obviously before Alien. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed that we're not getting like a complete follow through with that timeline. I would have liked to have seen how it was going to be wrapped up. I thought David was one of the most interesting and intriguing characters from all of the Alien movies. Now, I'm definitely Team Ripley, Sigourney Weaver. If there's anybody that I would want resurrected again in the Alien lore or universe or filmography, it would be Ellen Ripley. But I do think that David created a lot of interesting ideas and discussions, and I would love to have seen where it was going to go. Now, I also was very disappointed with how they handled Elizabeth Shaw. I thought that she was also just as interesting a character. I thought that she had that same quality of Ellen Ripley, but not as obvious as maybe Daniels, the character of Daniels, played by Catherine Waterston. I thought she was definitely more of an Alien in Ellen Ripley ripoff. I thought Catherine Waterston did a great job, but what I liked about Elizabeth Shaw was that she was not the same character as Ellen Ripley, but she also had the same like strong qualities, but in a different way. And I thought that made it more interesting. Whereas like Daniels, I really feel like, yes, Alien Covenant had its problems, and I feel like part of it was that Ridley Scott really wanted to kind of combine or address, like, he was making a film based on the criticisms that he received for Prometheus, but I think people ended up loving Prometheus or came around to it over the years. Alien Covenant was sort of this amalgamation of like what Alien was and what Aliens was and what he wanted to kind of make in his own way, and that's where he kind of struggled. But I actually did really like the character of David, and I wanted to see where that was going to go. One thing I do like, though, is that if we never get a follow-up to those movies, I do feel like, and maybe this is what my videos will be down the road when I do some more Alien videos, I think that there are ways to look at those films incomplete and still see how they are prequels to the original Alien movie. Some things like, obviously, David right now. I think people always had an issue that they wanted, like, the space jockey to somehow be connected to directly how we were going to get to that moment. And I think you could still. The fact that David had whatever 2,000 colonists, well, they could have been the 2,000 eggs. Somehow he got to another space jockey derelict or the Juggernaut, and it crashed, had those 2,000 colonists. They became those 2,000 eggs that we then saw in the original Alien. And I know that people always go off of what Dallas said in the original Alien movie, which was like that the space jockey had been there for 2,000 years. Well, that was just Dallas's opinion. I always say when people, and it's a lot of people always complain about the Alien series that like people make really dumb moves. People do not know that they are in a horror movie. That's one of my big pet peeves that I see when people like react to Alien or Aliens or Prometheus or any of them for the first time. Like and again, I'll get in more details down the road, but like people do not know they're in a horror movie. I didn't, I had an experiment almost the other day with, I always host movie night with some of my friends, and we were watching some funny videos, and it doesn't sound funny, but a girl in one of the videos, she was sitting in a bathtub with her boyfriend, and her hair accidentally caught on fire. Now, this woman is sitting neck deep in water, and her hair is on fire. What do you think logically you would do is just dip your head into the water or splash water on you? But what she did was she stood up and jumped out of the bathtub. People, when they're scared, do not always act the most intelligently. They do not always think things through. When people are scared, they sometimes make dumb decisions. And I think it's always easy for people to sit and watch a movie in the comfort of their home or a theater and be like, ah, what is that person doing? Anyway, I digress. This is to watch the trailer to Alien Romulus, but it's hard for me to not address some of the things I've watched throughout the years where why people didn't like Prometheus or Alien Covenant, commenting that characters were quote unquote dumb. I think that there's always, for the most part, yes, you have some dumb characters. You have to have some dumb characters because there are dumb people in real life. And not everybody knows that they're in a horror movie. And sometimes when you're scared, you make dumb decisions or panicked or frightened, whatever synonym you want for that. So, going into this one, though, I am excited for it. I'm really excited for it. I think it's an interesting concept. Obviously, going between Alien and Aliens is a pretty smart move, I think, for people. I mean, Alien and Aliens are the most revered of the entire series. And so, logically, why wouldn't you go to that spot? I haven't really seen anything about this. I've read, like I said, I read the only things I've read about were if Prometheus was going to be related to this. I wanted to just kind of, or Alien Covenant, because I want to go into this movie not having any sort of negative connotations, meaning I am a fan of those movies. So if they're going to be disregarded completely, I want to brace myself for that because I believe as like a reviewer, we have to watch movies and you kind of think like, well, who is this audience for? And I wanted to know, is this going to be for a brand new audience or is it going to be for fans of the, prequels, just the main movies, Alien versus Predator? Like, who is this movie going to be for? And that way I can at least go in and somewhat enjoy it. Whereas me personally as a fan, I would have liked them to have continued Covenant. I have heard that there are going to be sprinkles throughout or some references that you'll know. I mean, Ridley Scott is producing it, I believe, so I would find it hard to believe that he was willing to just disregard everything. So, anyway, I did not mean to have such a long preamble to watching this. I'm sure most of you skipped right ahead anyway, which is totally fine because when I watch reaction videos, I kind of do the same thing. But without further ado, here is my reaction to Alien Romulus, the official trailer. Is this really where you want to spend the rest of your life? You know I don't. So I'm gonna pick it out there. Okay, character drama already. Iconic images, acid burning through the floor. Love it. Love Evil Dead and Don't Breathe by Fede Alvarez. Okay. Looks cool so far. Mm. What do you mean there's something more? There's something in the fucking wall. All right. That's good. That was good. Fucking finding us. Ooh, very intense. Like the music sounds like Alien or Aliens. Both. Very cool. Iconic throwback to like Alien 3 when the alien got right in her face. All right, let's talk about it. All right. Looks pretty exciting. I'm excited for it. Um, I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. It looks like, characters are out in space as per usual and the aliens attack. Um, I think obviously one of the big appeals to the alien movies are them taking place in space. I think that there are good moments in the Alien series that do not take place necessarily in space. Like Alien 3 pretty much did not take place in space. Well, a large chunk of Alien Covenant did not. Prometheus, they were on the planet. But I always really did like that about the original Alien, the concept in space, no one can hear you scream. It's the haunted house story but you're trapped. You can't jump out a window to escape, and I think that's a really creepy, cool concept. And this one so far, everything that I could see looks like it took place in space. So I'm definitely for that, and I'm for that. The characters seem interesting. Not enough from that trailer. That's obviously more of the in your face, flashy, jump cut trailer. But the one scene did make me jump, and that was good. I'm an easy jump scare, which is part of the experience. I think it's part of the fun, so I love that. Nothing revealed about what's going to happen in my opinion. I believe this is the only like official trailer out. I know a teaser trailer was released, but oh, I did like that the image of I kind of commented as I feel like in a reaction video you got to kind of comment during. But I liked the sort of throwback iconic image. I was probably about 9 or 10 when Alien 3 came out, but I can very much remember every trailer for Alien 3 ending with like that shot of Sigourney. Here, I'll put a picture of it right here if I can, where it's Alien 3, Sigourney Weaver is we're face to face with the alien, and she kind of turns her head, and it looks like there was a shot. At least one of the characters, if not the main character, I kind of started to say and then got distracted, but I really do like Fede Alvarez. I really do like Don't Breathe. I thought was an excellent horror movie. I really did enjoy his Evil Dead remake. I really enjoy the Evil Dead movies. I enjoy the camp of the Evil Dead movies, but I also like the more serious aspects, and I like that the remake took a more serious approach. Sure, there were some over the top moments, but I really thought that it was a solid remake, solid horror movie, and I really, really, really liked Don't Breathe. It is one I wouldn't say I forget about it, but I never, I don't bring it up a lot with like friends and stuff. Every time I show it, it's super effective. So that also makes me feel a little bit more positive about this one. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna watch it in the theater, or depending on how it all works out here. I'm a big fan of home video or like movies in theater that stream right away, like how they did for the Halloween movies. One, I think the experience of going to see a movie in the theater is great, but when you go to see a movie like this that's supposed to scare you, I feel like it can take you out of the movie when other people are making jokes off to the side, or if they scream a moment too soon, you get distracted, so you're not having the full experience as you would in the dark at home alone watching a movie. I think that's the best experience. In fact, when I went and saw Alien Covenant, there were people screaming terrified at the theater. But there's always that joker in the back row who's like, okay, or whatever, and you're sort of like, come on, we're watching the movie. I wanna have the experience. I don't want to hear that person over there shouting or making fun. So I'm excited about it. We'll see. Like I said, I'm a huge Alien fan. By the way, did you all see my T-shirt? Free hugs, face hugger, get it? But I'm a big fan of the Alien movies. I will probably do some episodes. In fact, I wrote out an entire episode that I want to have for one pop culture, kind of defending Prometheus and Alien Covenant, but also parts of the original and what people I've just noticed over the years. Because I love watching reaction videos, and one of my favorite reaction videos to always watch are people watching Alien and Aliens. And there's a lot of the same things I hear over and over again, so I just wanted to make my own video to it. But I wanted to also make a reaction to this. I think it looks exciting. We'll see. I mean, trailer doesn't always give you what the movie's going to be about. But even in the tiny little snippet I saw, it seems like there's going to be some characters, like actual characters, and I think that's essential to any horror movies. You got to be able to relate to these characters, whether they're, 150, 200 years in the future or in the past or now. You have to be able to have some sort of connection. That's what makes it a truly a scary movie. And I'm looking forward to it. But are you all excited about the new Alien movie? Are you fans of Prometheus, Alien Covenant? Or are you glad that it's kind of being abandoned? Again, I hear it might still have some pieces, so I hope some resolution to that is given to us. I don't know if you can hear my cats meowing right now, but let me know what you all thought. Have a good one.